So how to start a dumpster business with limited capital. Guys, I started my dumpster business with $4 grand. Literally, I bought a cargo trailer. I had a piece of junk F350 flatbed. And if you guys have followed my channel since day one, you guys will go back and see what I started my business with. Actually, it's in the intro of my video. Literally, the process of my company is in my intro, from cargo trailer to dump trailer to roll-off trailer to hooklift truck to new hooklift truck and then to tandem hooklift truck, right? All those steps. I took all those steps. I bootstrapped my company from day one, and we're going to talk about it today. But it's 7 o'clock. We just left the yard. We are hitting rush hour traffic, unfortunately, but we've got a slam-packed day of dumpsters, and we've got to fit in a networking meeting at 12. So don't know how we're going to do it all, but we're going to try to figure it out. We're going to hope everything goes smooth, and hopefully we don't run into any troubles today. But we're also going to talk about how to start your business up with a limited amount of capital. So for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is Josh with American AF Dumpsters. I own and operate American AF Dumpsters here in Dallas, Texas. I started this business with $4,000, as I said earlier. I went out in October of 2020 in the middle of COVID, during a period where my other business was at a complete standstill. I had no idea if we were gonna start back up on that business or not, or if things were gonna pick back up or not in that business, but I decided I was gonna do something with my time and I was going to start a dumpster business. So I went out and I bought a cargo trailer, a 15-yard cargo trailer that I could rent out as a dumpster on wheels. And I promoted it as a dumpster on wheels. I promoted it as driveway safe dumpster because anything to have an advantage over the other guys, right? So I promoted it as a driveway safe dumpster on wheels. I bought it again for $4 grand from a dealership at the time, brand spanking new. Mind you, prices were a lot cheaper at that time. And before I even got home, I posted an ad on Craigslist, and within 2 hours of me posting that ad, I had my first booking. I didn't know what to do. It was a mobile home park in Ennis, and they had somebody that had passed away, and they were doing the clean out of a mobile home. Yeah, absolutely. I got in my truck, hooked it up, and I delivered that first dumpster on wheels. I had so much to learn. There was really not many people or nobody really to follow, nobody's journey to kind of learn from online. So I started documenting my journey. From that first rental, I also learned that there was a need for that type of service in my community. I learned that not everybody wants to go with the big boys. Not everybody wants to go with Republic or Waste Management. Most people don't for residential stuff anyways. But like I said a minute ago, I also learned that cargo trailers were a lot of work. And when I went to the landfill for the first time in my entire life with that first full 15 yard, I had to hand unload the entire thing. There was not one garbage bag in that trailer. They literally just threw books upon paperwork, upon books and trash in that trailer. There's no way for me to dump it other than just go in there by hand and spend, I think I spent at least an hour, hour and a half unloading it at the landfill. It was not a fun time. But again, I made my first few $100. It was a sign that it was a good opportunity for me to start and continue to pursue. Do you have to go out and buy a cargo trailer and start the hard way? No. You have the capital to start a little bit later on in your company process. You have the capital to start off with a roll-off trailer or even a roll-off truck. If you do, great. But if you don't, there's ways to get into this business without having to go out and spend all the money. And we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to give you several different options to get into this industry, to get into this market, to filling the need in your community, because at the end of the day, we get paid to solve problems, right? You get paid as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, to solve your customers' problems, and there's 100 different ways to skin a cat than just one. So we're going to talk about different ways to get into this industry and this market today. All right, so we're in downtown Dallas, but before I get too deep into this video, I want to thank the sponsor of this video, Next Insurance. I have used Next Insurance since day one for my general liability and the ease of use to be able to provide certificates of insurance. Especially now that I'm doing more commercial dumpsters, I can go right on the app and I can literally type in there who the COI is, or certificate of insurance holder is, their email address, and have it immediately sent to them straight from the app. But they are also my workman's comp insurance provider. Very inexpensive for myself, my drivers, and my office. For myself, my drivers, and my office staff, I pay under $1,000 in general liability. And my general liability is at $1 million a year. I don't remember what that is, but I do have a link below if you want to go ahead and try to get a quote for your company's general liability. So it's a good peace of mind for your business to make sure that you're covered 100%. Whatever your vehicle insurance would not cover, your GL should. So check it out in the link below. Thank you again to the sponsor of this video. And now we're gonna go deliver this dumpster. Out there.
Yeah, we'll have to be able to pull a permit under our own. Yeah, we can't work under somebody else's stuff, but we can definitely get it pulled for you and stuff.
Yep. No, I totally understand and expect that. I got my contractors waiting. We can't close up the walls or anything like that until obviously the plumbing gets done, and it's just kind of putting us behind. But I'll text you the address. Just let me know how soon you guys can make it out there, and just give me a quote.
Yeah, text me the address and then we'll just go from there, I guess.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye. So the flip house in Waxahachie, I'm having a little bit of issues with the plumbers. Plumbers like to overpromise and underdeliver, it seems like. So the guy I talk to all the time, you know, he's always like, yeah, we'll be there tomorrow. He's always gung-ho. We'll be there, we'll take care of it. And then comes tomorrow, he doesn't answer his phone, he ghosts me, whatever. I have to call his wife usually, who's the office staff, and she'll set it up. But they were out there yesterday, and what turned out to be just a plumbing, a gas test, turns out to be over $1,000 in leaks in the gas line. And after they did 4 repairs, $250 each on the gas lines, then they tell me that there's still a leak underground in the gas pipe. So now it's going to be another $2,100 they quoted me to excavate the gas line and find the leak and repair the leak, or replace the entire line running into the house. Then after they did over $1,200 worth of water line repairs, now they want to tell me that the drain coming out of the house has collapsed, or is collapsed underground as well, and we don't know how much that's going to cost to excavate and replace and repair the drain coming out of the house. That's kind of issue. So instead of keep messing around with this plumber or this plumbing company, I'm gonna try and find another plumber who's actually more hungrier and willing to work now than have me kind of hold his hand through the entire process. So this customer, this would have been a perfect opportunity to put in some roller skates. Unfortunately, I don't have them in my truck yet. But Roller Skate did send me out some roller skates for this truck. This customer did not want the dumpster directly on the pea gravel driveway, the wheels at least, which is why they put some plywood down. Not very common, but in this area, very expensive houses, very expensive driveways. I'm sure this is a very expensive remodel, so they wanted to make sure the driveway was protected. If I had a swap outs are made super easy with a hook lift truck, let me tell you. If I had a regular standard cable pull truck, this would take at least double the time. But with a hook lift, it just makes the process just smoother, easier, and a lot quicker. And having the right truck, this one goes in gear. This one I can leave in gear while I'm operating the PTO, which means I can leave it in reverse while the truck pulls, or the dumpster pulls the truck under it. Even on a hill like this, we're kind of on an incline. The dumpster wheels are hardly even rolling. So you'll see when I place the dumpster down on their plywood there, on the driveway, how I'll make sure to keep the wheels on the plywood and not on the driveway. So you got 4 feet to play with that plywood. I got 4 feet, I can roll back and forth a little bit, no big deal. Again, roller skates would be a lot easier. In this instant, in particular, this would be a perfect example to put roller skates down. I gotta get them mounted on my truck ASAP. All right, cool. So we just dumped a 40-yard at the Louisville landfill. It was quick. It was in and out. Not used to that. Very clean. A little dusty, but much cleaner than McComas. But anyways, we're going to be right here. We're going to be staying here in Louisville because I got a 40-yard to deliver here in Louisville. Then I believe we're going to Euless. So a lot of driving today, but 9:40. I was in and out of there probably 15 minutes. So that was kind of nice. Talking about bootstrapping and starting up your business with low capital. You know, again, one way to do it is definitely cargo trailers. Another way is U-Hauls right there. If you don't even have a trailer yet, you can still get into this business. Not dumpster rentals per se, but you can get into junk removal. I've talked about this a lot in my lives. I have a weekly live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central where, you know, I see there's U-Hauls all the time, box trucks all the time at landfills. So if you want to get into junk removal, just to test it out and see if it's something that you want to get into, well then why not start advertising your services, rent a U-Haul when you get a job, and then you just take it over to the landfill and dump it out. Real simple. And include in your price the cost to rent the U-Haul for the day. And at least that way you're testing out the market without spending too much money, putting a little bit of cash in your pocket. You don't have to go out and buy a $50 or $10, $15, $50,000 box truck, right? Just rent one out for now. Good way to start things out. There are also places that rent out dump trailers. Don't know the name of it. There's a trailer place in Waxahachie that I bought a trailer from. They rent out dump trailers. You can easily start that way as well, possibly even renting out a dump trailer and seeing if that's something that you want to do. Rent it for one day, you rent it from them, and then you rent it out for like 1 day rental. Not sure if that'd be the best way to go, you know, liability wise, somebody damaged it, whatnot, then you're responsible. But at the end of the day, that's a way to get started without having to go out and buy the equipment. Plenty of different options. You gotta just think outside the box. You know, you could easily do, with a dump trailer, you can do a lot of other things. If you do make the investment and buy a dump trailer, you can always do gravel and rock delivery. You can do driveways if you have some sort of equipment. Even if you don't have equipment to do a driveway or to level it out, you could always rent a skid steer or something like that. So use the dump trailer to haul the rocks, and then you can spread it out with a skid steer. There was one guy, an OG of the channel, started off the channel a long time ago when I started, and I'll never forget it. He started doing dumpster rentals with his dump trailer, and he found out that in his area, the need was more, at least his customers wanted more rock deliveries. You let the customers dictate what they need, and you try to fill that void. Again, you try to provide a solution to their problem. We might, in our minds, have one direction for the business. Our customers might steer that direction somewhere else. And as long as you're willing to be flexible with it, why not? As long as they're willing to pay, right? At the end of the day. Anyways, we're gonna go drop this one off. We're only about 1.7 miles away. All right, so lots of big warehouses like the one that we're at, big corporations, they have these little cubby holes for the front end load dumpsters. And a lot of times those are always dirty, they get trashed. Apartment complexes too, lots of big businesses that use front end loaders, they have compactors. And the trash valet business is a multi-million-dollar industry. It brings in a ton of money. So these people, they don't want to clean up their own dumpster pads. So there are companies out there that literally offer trash valet services to clean up those pads. It's a good service to have, good service to provide, and you don't need much equipment. You just need cleaning unit supplies, a pickup truck, and possibly a small little trailer. Not even though, a pickup truck would work pretty good. Then you've got services like Matt Ferguson. I did an interview with him just the other day. It's on the channel. I'll post it here to the video, but I did an interview with Matt Ferguson. They clean out trash cans. I mean, you know, they charge monthly subscriptions to clean out people's trash cans. All right, so we are here at our normal meetup location. Today is Wednesday, second Wednesday of the month, which means it's our monthly networking meeting with the local dumpster guys in the DFW area. So we're just gonna go inside, have some lunch, and shoot the shit, talk business, and hopefully help each other out. Let's go grab something to eat.
Just me, in my opinion,
the compactor that we broke. All right, so we are heading back to the yard. It is now, of course, 4:10 p.m. Gonna be stuck in rush hour traffic, which is not my favorite. Right now it says we got 41 miles to get to the yard, and it's gonna take us an hour and 13 minutes. Lovely. But always remember, guys, like, at the end of the day, you know, it's an old saying, but like, where there's a will, there's a way, right? You've got to think outside the box. You've really got to think about how you can make it in this industry. How can you set yourself apart in this industry? You don't have to go out and spend $100, $200, $500,000, whatever it is, to start up your business. You don't need a, 20, 50 cans to begin with and a roll-off truck. You can get started with as simple as a cargo trailer. You can get started, if you want a little step up, you can get started with as simple as a roll-off trailer, preferably a hook lift roll-off trailer. And if you're looking for one, let me know. I'm your guy, right? But at the end of the day, like, again, you can get started in this industry just cleaning up dumpster pads or junk removal or rock delivery. Like I mentioned earlier, lots of different ways to get started in this industry. Find out your customers' pain points. Again, where there's a will, there's a way. Where there's passion, a little bit of consistency, there's usually success at the end of the tunnel. And where there's risk, there's also reward, right? So you gotta sometimes take risks so you can ultimately see the reward at the end and grow your business. But nothing happens overnight. If you've gotten the general theme of my last 4 or 5 videos, my point is, again, nothing happens overnight. There's no magic pill to make your business succeed. All it takes is grind, consistency, hustle, day in, day out, bust your butt to get the job done. Listen to your customers, listen to their pain points, and find a way to come up with a solution. You don't have to spend a lot of money to make money. So with that, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, smash the notification bell. I got an hour and 14 minutes now to get back to the yard. We'll see you guys in the next one.